Welcome back to the 47th Annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV, presented by Kaiser Permanente. Rise and thrive.
And welcome back to the 47th Annual San Francisco Pride Parade on a beautiful sunny day in San Francisco with a temperature about 69 degrees. Just saw Asian and Pacific Islander Wellness Center. Promoting health, equality, and well-being. API, as they're known locally, believes everyone deserves to be healthy and needs access to the highest quality health care. They foster resilience, strength, connection, health, and wellness for our community. We've seen confetti, we've seen bubbles, we've seen balloons and umbrellas. This is the most diverse parade in America. Now approaching is the very unusual float for David Chu. He's the California State Assembly member representing the 17th Assembly District, which encompasses the eastern half of San Francisco and includes many neighborhoods that have been historic homes to San Francisco's vibrant LGBT communities. That spans from the Polk Gulch to the Castro to Bernal Heights. He's at the top of the float, grooving and dancing and waving with his supporters. He was first elected to the Assembly in 2014 and re-elected for his second term in November of 2016. The unique float he's riding is the Dusty Rhino Burning Man Camp. They previously teamed up with the Chew Crew, as they're called, in 2013, 2014, and 2015 Pride Parade. We're seeing a little sampling of the dogs in the parade. Thank God it's not too hot on that asphalt. It's actually rather cool today. Started out with fog. I think there's more dogs per capita in San Francisco than any city in America. They are loved like family. All right, Oscar, what's going on the street?
Hi there, we're here with the American Indian Two Spirits. They are the winners of the Gilbert Baker Pride Founders Award. A big deal. How does it mean to get that today?
Oh my God, it's such an honor to be here and to represent the Two-Spirited community here in the Bay Area. Like I said, it's just like a dream today. So,
well, thank you so much. Happy Pride. You look great. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Oscar. We got to hear Miko Thomas speak about this organization. They have deep roots in the Bay Area and put on an annual powwow at Fort Mason. And everyone in the community is invited to learn about their history and heritage, the power of dance and costume, and respect for the planet. We have another California Assembly member, Tony Thurman. It's great when our elected officials come out to support the movement. Whether they're gay or not, they're definitely allies. We earn our rights in the courts, at the voting booth, with petitions, protests, lobbying. When you're a minority population, as the LGBTQ community is, we cannot advance without the support of our allies. Tony Thurman has a lot of supporters out here today. He's holding his rainbow flag in a white convertible. We want to thank BMW Weatherford for once again providing a lot of the convertibles you're seeing in the parade today. There's an estimated 30,000 marchers in this year's parade and over 100,000 people watching the parade. In some sections, there's 6, 7, and 8 people deep. Some people came out at 7 o'clock this morning to set up their camp and get a good viewing spot. The beauty of San Francisco Pride is it doesn't cost a dime, although they do recommend that you donate if you're going to the festival. There are volunteers from 60 different community groups at the gates asking for just $1 donation. Think about that. If everybody of 1 million participants gave $1, it would cover 45% of the budget to produce San Francisco Pride Parade and Festival. And a lot of that money goes back to the community. All those volunteers, the beverage booths, the gates, generates around $150,000 to $170,000 for these groups. For many of them, it's the biggest single source of revenue to sustain them through their year. West. Fortunate to have a lot of support from the business community. The wind is kicking up here, making those balloons even more playful, reminding me of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Unique to San Francisco, we have these electric streetcar wires. So there is a height limit to your floats, and we're careful about Mylar balloons. We want the parade to be electrifying, but only in a good way. I'm back. Want me back? A lot of these groups, when they finish the parade, move on to the Civic Center Festival. There's over 20 community-produced stages this year representing the diversity of San Francisco. Headlining on the main stage is Betty Who, a 25-year performer, as well as Ronnie Spector, a kickback to the rock and roll era. There's a rumor CeCe Peniston will be performing at the Soul of Pride stage. Each community brings in their own talent, speakers, and MCs, and SF Pride helps support them with their stage and sound. Nice to see San Francisco District Attorney George Gascon in the parade. Big supporter of the San Francisco LGBT community. Their slogan this year is sticking up for justice. He's just poking a little bit of fun at himself. The DA's office represents the community it serves. And they have enthusiastic staff members representing the LGBTQ, Latino, African American, Asian Pacific Islander, Jewish, and Mensa community. Lighthouse for the Blind and Visually Impaired has a beautiful contingent today. They were founded in 1902. They promote the independence, equality, and self-reliance of people who are blind or who have low vision. Their new headquarters is at 1155 Market Street as of last June. And they invite other groups to use their facility as well. You see some beautiful confetti. Let's watch the parade for a moment. And we want to.
The enthusiasm is building.
And as we see a big airplane coming up, this is United Airlines celebrating diversity.
Now, most of the corporate entities that will walk in the parade have a gay, lesbian, transgender group within their business, and they get together, they do things like this, support the parade, and support other causes as well. So thank you, United Airlines. Is that plane flying backwards, or is it just me?
They have approximately 88,000 employees and service across 5 different continents. Oscar, are you surviving the confetti down there? Speak to us. All right, United Airlines with beautiful purple t-shirts. And their float is just a rockin' with their own DJ today.
Look at the confetti. There's confetti everywhere. Last year we did not have all this confetti. That's a new theme, and I love it.
We saw a lot of it in the Warriors Championship Parade and also when the Giants won the World Series multiple years. And the natural wind, it really takes it afloat here.
I think I'm right. These t-shirts start with I am, and then people fill in whatever they want on them. I think it's fabulous.
Yes, each one has a message. They can put whatever they want there with their magic marker.
What would be on your t-shirt, Gary?
I am proud. Plain and simple. Donna and I are both dog lovers, and Muttville was a beautiful organization that encourages adoption of senior dogs. They're often not as much sought after for rescuing as puppies and younger dogs, but they need some love, and we really admire Muttville for their great work.
Sometimes people will ignore a senior dog thinking, how long can they enjoy that companion? But I don't care if it's a year, a month, or 2 years, whatever it is. Dogs are so much love. That's all they want to know what to do. Sharing some pictures of their pets there. I should see Harry up there at some point.
We're celebrating diversity of the dogs as well. I always love watching the annual dog show.
We pointed out earlier, the Sheriff's Department had some of their trained dogs there as well. They serve a lot of great purposes. There's a little doggy. Okay, here comes the planet Earth. It's a Sutter Health contingent, and I like a parade float that has a theme. This one definitely does. I think the world is right in our palm of our hands here. Looks like a big contingent of employees and their supporters. Sutter Health. Let's enjoy the music and see what they got to offer. Enjoying the parade as much as we are loving the San Francisco Pride Parade. This is the 47th annual. We'll be back with so much more as we say goodbye to Sutter Health and continue with the parade.